on without being picky.
Sawasdee Cup, and welcome to Think Pink Podcast, episode 52, I believe. I believe this will be exactly 1 year. So crazy, and a bit of a, maybe it's 53, I can't remember. But either way, it's a whole new project. For those of you who haven't already watched it, Ring Lovers episode 187 that came out this week is officially our last weekly episode. Matt and I will continue to work together on many fronts, but as far as Ring Lovers goes as a weekly thing, it's just become too hard for us both. He's flat out, I'm starting to get busier with PTs and stuff, and it used to work out that I had a lot more free time. I didn't mind, I could drive to his gym or to his house to record each week, and it wasn't really out of the way. It didn't really bother me. I just, while I'm out there, I'd have lunch, that sort of thing. But it is a 30, 40-minute drive from where I live to where Matt is. So now with me doing more PTs and just getting busier with life in general, like it's not a bad thing. It means I'm moving forward in life, and it also opens up times now where, we used to spend, by the time we had our chats and then we recorded, it was 2 hours where he could be working, I could be working. And we've sat down and talked about it. We're originally going to do 200 episodes. This we decided on a few months ago, and it just worked out that I'm starting to get busier now. 187, it's the code for murder with the police in America and stuff. I thought it was like, would murder it, So, new project for me is I want to double down on this a little bit more. I want people to still write in questions to the Ring Lovers page. People will still answer some stuff through, we'll do reels and stuff on there to answer some questions and whatnot. But each week I'm going to put out a thing on here. I'll put it up. It'll be, what question have you got for me this week? And once I hit 2 or 3 questions that I think will take up enough time, I'll cut it. I'll delete the story. I don't want to be answering 20 questions a week, but I will continue doing questions. And some of the questions I'll then put across to Ring Lovers, and I'll still put out like reels on there with that. So that's my new project on here, a little bit more question based. My plan is to also start racking up episodes with people, with guests, like I've done in the past. I'd like to have maybe 4 or 5 in the bank where I can then have every 2 weeks, or if I start getting too many of the interviews where I've got a guest on, I can start pumping them out a little bit more regularly. Otherwise, maybe 1 week with a guest, 2 weeks with just solo episodes and me answering questions. But I want to try and make this bigger. I want to now double down on this. I will be releasing it Wednesday afternoons. So then as soon as it's released, I can then release it straight away on Spotify. So they'll both be out at the same time. Think Pink Podcast on Spotify as well. There's already a channel there. All of the episodes are up already. I believe I did it correctly. I did them all at once. So I was like 30 at once. So I think I may have made a mistake somewhere along the line where I doubled up on one, but all the last 20 or so Ring Lovers are up on there as well. So yeah, Spotify, I'm going to start doubling down on that. So they come out at the same time. I'm not just focusing on the YouTube thing now. I am monetized, so I can share the projects with, a little bit more technique-based stuff now as well. It was working with 3 videos a week. I might go back to 2 now on Spotify. A Monday or a Friday, I'm not sure which day. You guys let me know. Let me know in the comments. Send me a message. Let me know what day works better for you guys for a technique video on YouTube. I can either do the Monday or the Friday as a general rule, because this will be coming out on a Wednesday afternoon now. So originally this was a Thursday thing, then I changed it to Wednesday. I think if I bring it out Wednesday afternoon, more people will listen straight away. I noticed I have when I put out a later episode or a later video, I do get views a lot quicker. And then for the other people who prefer to listen to it, they'll be able to listen to it Thursday morning on the way to work, which was my original day anyway. So as for guests, I'm going to stick to doing guests in person. I've got one in the bank already. I'm doing another one in the coming week. While it's school holidays, it works out. I'm going to do another one with 2 guests. At the same time, we'll do a 3-way chat. And from now on, every trip I go on, I'm going to have to start recording. I'm going to try and book in advance. So another one, I'm heading over to 1774 the weekend of the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of August. Who in Sydney, who will be at the show, preferably not a fighter because we need them to be recovering after their weigh-in and stuff. Who would you like me to hit up for an interview? Obviously there's weight cuts involved with fighters, there's them replenishing after the weigh-in, so it's probably not the best idea to get a fighter. Maybe a trainer, maybe an official. Let me know what you think. If I can get 2 in, I'll get 2 in. I do have an idea for one, but I'd like to see who you'd like to see me get on. I'll just be recording in the hotel while I'm there. I'll also be doing some recording for Jason as he is on that card that's been announced now. He's fighting the Thai Winnie from Kaizen Muay Thai, so that'll be an interesting one. I think he's one of the early fights on the main card. Get that out the way, and then I will be working as the supervisor for the WBC for the international and the world title fights. My first time doing this. I've just found out last night that the big boss Kevin is coming over from Thailand and he's going to be watching over me, so my arsehole's puckering a little bit, but also at the same time, I love pressure. I love this shit. I like the idea of being uncomfortable. It's something I've never done before, so my first time doing it, I'm going to have the boss man probably sitting right next to me, I'm guessing. So I'm not above asking for help either. I can ask him for advice if it's there. Obviously, he has to stay neutral because he's not allowed, and I have to stay neutral. This is a big thing as well. I know 50% of the people that are involved in those fights, but if you've heard me commentate, you know that I can stay professional. You know that I don't side with one person in particular. So I'm going to do my job. I'm going to be professional at that. And this is obviously another thing now, like another thing that takes up more time. I'm working for the WBC. I need to start putting some more time and effort into organising some things. So first things first is in September, I'll have the first officials course. That'll get our first lot of officials signed up, plus the next lot who are going to be shadow judging, trainers who come along to learn it so they know the scoring. So when there is some fight shows using WBC, they're not complaining about results because they know how the scoring will be done. Also, we will have the head official being announced very soon. I'll probably announce that before we have the officials course, so everyone knows who the boss is going to be. I'm really looking forward to that as well. It's an important one. You've got to have the guy at the top knowing what they're talking about, and also you've got to have that guy who's willing to take everyone aside at the end and actually have a meeting and actually discuss some stuff. It ain't just get to the end of the show, sign off, get paid, go home. It's not what it's about. Being the head official, you've got some responsibilities. So this is going to be a really big one for me. I'm going to sit in on those meetings. I'm not an official, but what happens with WBC is important to me. It has been important to me for a long time, and I've only just become the head guy for South Australia. I was the amateur guy before. Rules have been approved. Thanks to Nakia for hooking that up. She was the one who got in touch with the government here, got the rules sent through. She got the rules approved for us, which I really appreciate. But now that's done, it's on me, and I've got to make some big calls in this state. I have stated that gyms who are wanting to participate in WBC events, it is highly recommended that you have someone in the officials pool. So to get involved with this, inbox WBC South Australia, WBC _ South _ Australia, I believe the thumbnail is for Instagram. Send through who you'd like to put through. If you're like for your gym, you can either transfer the money or you can bring me cash on the day. Either way, this whole thing has to come out of my pocket. So I do have to charge. It's $50 a head to do the officials course. I'm paying everything on top of that. So flights, accommodation, food, all that kind of stuff, it's got to come out of my pocket. So I do need to charge. Unfortunately, right now there's no shows bringing money in. So it's my responsibility. And I'm happy to hold that responsibility, and I'm happy to get the results that come with that, with having that responsibility. I'm looking to really, really grow this thing and try and make it a big thing. So WBC, we're looking straight away, as soon as we can get someone on board to promote, boom, we put on our first amateur show, maybe with B-class main event or something along those lines. But if you're interested as a promoter, local promoter, to use WBC, let me know. If we're on the same page, let's go for it. But after September, we'll finally have some officials on, which means then we can have some shows. Aside from that, we'll be running development days. We'll be running junior days where we get some coaches in, we all run it. If we can get enough support, this is a really big one for me. I need to see support from the females so that we can have female development days. I want to see everyone putting their hand up to step forward, but I want to see it translate into fights. Start showing me on the fight shows that you guys are actually really keen on getting to the next level in this sport so that we can spend the days developing the girls to get through to their fights and to get better in their fights and everything along those lines. You know, we've got a good team of SA girls who can help with that kind of stuff. Carly, we've got Penny, we've got Shan, we've got all the girls from down at Boars, which fantastic. We've got Shari, one of my students and co-gym owner with Greg in Budo Martial Arts. We've got girls from almost every gym has some girls. Let's start seeing these girls help build the next lot of fighters, female fighters, so that we have more reason to push for you girls to go to the next level, which is upskilling through all female development days, more girl trainers, all this kind of stuff. You don't have to be just wanting to fight, but you know, if you're in this sport, make it that you're trying to make everyone better. And it's no different with the guys. I want to see more, I want to see more gyms putting guys out there for the glory of just being a better human. Going out there really trying to be the best you can be. And this is not me talking about WBC. This is about me talking about Muay Thai. Muay Thai, I don't care who I have to work with, as long as they're on the same page as us. And the same page as us means the guys that are doing real Muay Thai, the gyms that are being involved, that are trying to grow the sport, we're all on the same page. It doesn't matter whether you're a WMC guy, a WBC guy, whether you're a Kun Khmer guy. I don't care who you are. If you're on the same page of growing this sport, I'm keen. So keep your eye out for some more information on that. Please jump on and give the WBC South Australia page a follow. All the updates will be coming up on there. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do from there. So back to Think Pink Podcast. Watch this space. We're looking at really growing and I want to make this thing a big thing. I want to make it that everyone's talking about Think Pink Podcast and everyone getting involved, being, I want to get people who write the questions in to then be guests on here, that kind of stuff. So if you want to be part of this and part of a podcast that I'm planning on doing this for as long as it takes. So if you want to be a part of it, start getting involved, start writing in your questions and we'll get that happening. But yeah, from here on in, watch this space. I'm going to grow this thing. And yeah, so change a day, well, not change a day, change a time. It'll be coming out on a Wednesday afternoon, ready for all you guys for a Thursday morning. So YouTube and Spotify will be out around the same time. Thank you very much for your support for this first 12 months. Let's see how we go from here. Thanks a lot, guys. Cop 'em carp.